We're leaving for school in 20 minutes. Got delivery from the brewery at 9. Here. You can cut out the play acting. Do I look like I was born yesterday?
Dear Lewis, I know you told the agency that you did not want to contact me, but as it was my fault for turning down the chance to meet you in the first place, I feel compelled to make amends. So I apologise if this letter comes as a shock, but please do give me a hearing.
Morning.
Morning.
Did Jerry call after I left?
No.
Well, maybe he'll phone later today. Listen, why don't we go to the supermarket after work, get something delicious for dinner?
You don't have to worry.
Hello, the White Horse, Trish speaking.
This is Barbara Sandhurst, Amy's teacher.
Oh,
I'm afraid Amy's not well enough to be in school today.
isn't she?
Well, her ear's very red and she's running a temperature. I'm
Surprised you didn't notice it this morning.
Right. Well, what are you saying then?
Well, you'll want to pick her up, of course.
as soon as you can get here.
Right.
8 pages.
Well, when I got started, I really got into it.
There's an awful lot of words here. What did you think of to say?
Well, I had to tell Lewis a little bit about my background and what I was like when I was his age. You know, the old hopes and dreams thing.
Do you normally get an 8-page biography before you meet someone new? It's supposed to be done in conversation.
Yeah, I know. But when I meet him, I could change it face to face.
No, it's supposed to be a bit of a taster. Brief and to the point. Just enough to pique his curiosity to make him want to come and meet you.
What, are you saying it needs trimming?
More like a complete restyle. Brutal is best sometimes. You can save all of this for your memoirs.
She didn't look that ill this morning. I mean, you know kids, they make it up half the time.
Here she is. She is very flushed, look.
Yeah.
And she did feel a bit hot earlier.
Did she? Oh, yeah, she's burning. Right, come on, straight to the doctor's with you, young lady.
Well, hang on. I'm glad you've come in. I've left several messages.
Well, my mobile's really playing up at the moment. No one's getting through.
Well, that explains it then.
She's not in any trouble, is she?
Oh, no, quite the reverse. She's hardly making her presence known at all.
Well, is that bad?
Well, it is if it reaches a point of not actually speaking.
How do you mean?
Well, Amy's not said a word to me or anyone else at the school for the last week at least. Well, presumably that's not the case at home.
No, she's been fine, just the same as always. Isn't that right, Amy? Amy, tell Miss Sandhurst that everything's fine. Come on, don't be silly, say something.
Has she done this before?
No, I mean, well, she's always off in her daydreams, but I'll get through eventually.
Will you tell Mum why you're not speaking?
Come on, Sulky. I'll buy you an ice cream if you tell me what flavour.
Mint chocolate chip, you should know that by now.
When did you last have a conversation?
Well, this morning she said, well, I was in more of a rush than usual.
So you can't actually remember?
Well, I was just busy with other things. I mean, I work all day in a pub and then there's not much time for housework and shopping and looking...
So Amy fades into the background?
No, of course she doesn't. What are you saying?
I'm just trying to understand.
I've got a report from last year in here. It says, helpful and cooperative. Our last teacher said he wished he had 30 kids like Amy.
Unfortunately, Mr. Crouch isn't here anymore.
Well, if she's changed, it's not down to me.
I'm not suggesting it is.
Come on, Amy. I think we've wasted enough of your teacher's time.
Oh, look, you took out a bit about my secret society.
That's because it made you sound like a freak.
I was 10.
Yeah, well, when I was 10, I was hanging around with my mates. Not holed up in some shed with loads of diseased animals.
It was a hospital.
Did any of them actually survive?
Anyway, the point that I was trying to make was about destiny and inevitability.
Yeah, I got that, thanks, but this isn't Star Wars. Lewis tracked you down by choice, not destiny. He can still walk away.
Do you think he will?
No, not if we rewrite it. And once I got past the whole famous 5 bit, there was actually some really sweet passages.
Hello, Amy. I don't think I've seen you before. So what's the problem?
Oh, her ears are giving her trouble.
Okay. Is that both of them or just one? Right. Then I'll start by looking at the other one first. When did the pain first start?
This morning.
Is your throat sore too?
No.
Don't be shy, Amy. There's nothing to be worried about. Okay. If you could open your mouth and say ah. Come on, give me an ah. I need you to make a noise so I can see what happens to your throat.
She won't. She's not speaking at the moment.
Not speaking. So, how long's this been going on?
Oh, a few days. Do you think that it might be linked to her ears?
Well, her throat seems fine. Any dental problems?
No.
Anything you can think of that might have upset or disturbed her?
No, of course not.
Well, then I think it's probably best to ignore it for now.
No!
She's going to have to speak eventually to get your attention.
I've already tried that.
But if she doesn't, in a couple of days, bring her back in and we'll have to rethink.
Right.
She does have an ear infection, so I'll prescribe some antibiotics, and you can give her junior paracetamol if she's in any pain. And she'll need to have the next few days off school.
What?
Let her sleep if she needs to.
But I've got work. I can't just leave them in the lurch.
Sometimes it's unavoidable. I'm sure they'll understand. Get a video and spend the day on the sofa. Having a child off school is a good way to spend some time together.
Right. Come on then. Laura, I'm hoping she's going to be better then. Thanks. Right, I found work. And there's no joy. They're really short-staffed. I'm going to have to go in. But it'll be okay, though. You can watch your videos at the pub. Telly's much bigger than that.
You like it? Listen. Tracy is a lively, healthy, chatty 10-year-old.
You know, that new one that used to be the secret. Well, when the manager found out it was my birthday, he started mixing up all these cocktails. I haven't a clue what went in them. It all tastes like bubble bath to me. I'm strictly a white wine girl, me. Well, having a cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
She scalded her hand.
Wait there, I'll get a doctor.
She was making a cup of tea. I've told her to be careful in the kitchen, especially when she doesn't know.
Come through.
I didn't hear her scream or anything. She just came down to the bar with her hand all red and blistered.
The bar? You mean you were working?
Well, I put her upstairs. It's completely safe. I know you said that I shouldn't go in, but, well, you can't use your kids as an excuse. It's not fair on the other staff.
And it's not fair on Amy to take her to work. Can you feel this?
Well, I've never done it before. I mean, she's never ill. Well, not since she was a baby, and, well, then she wasn't really ill, just slow.
How do you mean?
You know, too small on her charts. It was my fault. I wasn't really feeding her enough. But I was only 19. I didn't have a clue about babies then.
Well, your health visitor must have helped you.
Yeah, she did. She sent me to Frank. He was a social worker. He set up a group for me and some other girls. Yeah, it was good.
Well, postnatal groups can be a lifesaver. I remember them doing a demonstration on how to bath a baby. We were all terrified by the prospect. I can't imagine why.
Well, we didn't really do any of that stuff. Or if we did, I was probably out making the teas. The best time was when Frank got a childminder in and we dumped the babies and went bowling.
Right. Can you wiggle your fingers?
I mean, Amy was a doddle once I'd got the hang of it.
Do you still see Frank?
No. Well, not until yesterday. But he didn't really remember us.
Right, well, the hand seems fine. It just needs the nurse to dress it.
Right, OK, come on. Where is she?
Just next door, but I'll take Amy through on my own, if that's okay.
Why? Why don't you want me to come?
I'd like you and I to have a chat without Amy.
A chat?
It's nothing to worry about, but I do need your permission.
Yeah, of course. I've got nothing to hide.
That does look sore. How did you do it?
An accident with a kettle.
And is your other hand okay? Do you want to hold it out flat for me? Okay, it won't be a moment. What's wrong with her?
I'm not sure. Her mother's attitude was really strange. Amy's got an ear infection. She should have been at home, not stuck upstairs in a pub.
Maybe her mum didn't have much choice in the matter.
Well, she didn't want to lose a few hours' pay. Anyway, it's not just that. She was involved with social services when Amy was a baby.
So you think this might be evidence of general neglect?
Could be. Or the injury could be non-accidental. The mother wasn't exactly sympathetic towards her.
Well, Amy could even have done it herself.
It could explain why she's not speaking. It's a form of protection. That way she can't incriminate herself or anyone else.
Easier to say nothing at all.
I thought you were never coming back.
I had to brief Nurse Walker.
Go on then. What is it you want to ask me?
You're very tense.
Well, you'd be tense too if I was thinking things about you. I knew I'd get blamed for something.
That's interesting. What do you think I'm blaming you for?
Oh, there you go with your questions. Taking whatever I say and twisting it. That's just what that teacher did this morning.
Teacher?
Amy's teacher. She wanted a little chat too. I can talk to anybody, me. I can have the whole bar in stitches. I just can't handle doing it like this.
Like what? Are you often asked to talk about your daughter?
No. That's why I kept calling Frank. He's the only one of you lot that doesn't make me feel stupid.
You wanted your social worker to be here?
Yeah. But he didn't want to know. He was angry at me for even asking him. Said he'd always be there. And he lied.
So you find it difficult to cope with Amy on your own?
Maybe.
Do you get frustrated?
I suppose.
Angry?
No, not angry.
Do you worry about losing control?
No! Do you know what? Forget it. Forget I said anything. You don't understand it at all.
At least you called it down quick. Was it your mum that found the tea towel?
No, because she wasn't there.
You know, you've been very brave. Have you burnt yourself before? Had any other accidents? You know, Amy, you can tell me. It is safe.
You think that I burnt Amy myself?
It's something I have to consider.
That I poured boiling water on him on purpose?
It happens.
Not to me! I have never laid a finger on her, not ever! Maybe it'd be better if I did.
What do you mean?
Well, it'd show that I cared. Better than the nothing we've got at the moment.
Nothing?
I feed her. I make sure she's clean and tidy, put her to bed on time. That's as far as it goes.
You're busy, you work. Kids have to fit in.
Oh yeah, she fits in. She fits in so much I forget she's there. Sat plonked in front of the telly like a stranger. I am counting the days till I can make her leave home.
You don't mean that. Feelings for children change. It's different when they're toddlers and they depend on you for everything.
It was the same then. Frank said that it was normal. said that it takes some women longer to bond with their babies. And I waited. And I tried, but nothing kicked in.
Well, maybe you're expecting too much, being too hard on yourself, comparing yourself to other people.
No, it's good when other people are around. It's not so obvious something's wrong when my friends are around. It's just when it's me and Amy. I can't pretend anymore.
Kids aren't angels. I have a job to like mine sometimes.
But do you love them?
Of course.
Well, that's the difference then. I don't love Amy. I never have.
You don't mean that. I mean, you might not think so at the moment, but if something happened to Amy, you'd feel it.
I wouldn't. I just wish she'd disappear. Not get hurt, just not be there.
This is going nowhere. I think we've talked enough for today.
But this is the first time I've told anyone.
Well, I think we should make another appointment.
Faith's had to go to Riverside. Amy's in reception. All done, ready to go home.
You've got to do something to help me.
Greg, do you fancy going for a drink tonight?
I can't, sorry.
Oh. You know, Julie's been great putting us up, but these girly nights are really losing their appeal.
Well, maybe I could change my plans.
Oh, no, don't worry. If you meet someone else, it's fine.
It's Jerry.
What?
He's been staying at mine for a bit. He made me promise not to tell you.
Oh.
Look, Faith, whatever...
So did he say anything? Did he say why he left?
I would have thought you'd know.
I've no idea what he's playing at. He's given up the driving job when he could have been doing it full time.
Maybe it wasn't his thing.
He can't afford to be picky, not when we need the money.
Look, Faith, I really don't know anything about it. I'm sorry.
I just wish he'd talk to me, tell me what's going on.
She must be depressed, a hangover from something postnatal. I wonder if Amy was premature. That can sometimes cause problems with attachment.
No, she was full term, look.
Well, then I don't understand it. I mean, she's not on the bread line. She's had help from social services, a health visitor.
Do you have to understand it?
What?
Trish Phillips has been honest enough to tell you how she feels. You just have to decide how to respond, and sooner rather than later. Can't keep her waiting for much longer.
Well, I don't know what to do. She's suggesting she doesn't love her child.
Maybe she doesn't.
I don't accept that. It's a biological response.
Then you're choosing to ignore what a patient tells you.
Because she's wrong. Every mother loves her child, whether she knows it or not. And yes, it gets in the way, and yes, you're never free again, but that's how life is, and that's how it has to be, for our children to carry on and start the whole thing again. And if Trish Phillips is immune to that, then I don't know how to help her.
Hello, Jerry.
Look, I've got nothing to say. I don't work for you anymore.
That's not your decision.
I gave you my notice. I want out.
You had a chance to decide that a way back. But you didn't, did you? You were too greedy for all those perks.
I made a mistake.
No. Your mistake was in thinking that you could just walk away. But you know too much, Jerry. You're in too deep. Now, are you going to let me in? Or do you want the doctor to come home and find he's got no front door?
Hello, Amy. We haven't quite finished with your mother yet.
Yes, I'd like to speak to one of your social workers, Frank Maunders.
He's not there. I signed him off sick yesterday.
The duty officer. No, it's all right, thank you.
Is there a problem?
I've been talking to the doctor to try and decide what's best for you. Do you want to go home? Okay. I'll have to go now. Amy will be wanting a tea.
help me, Kate, please?
Mrs. Phillips, sorry, if I could have a quick word with you. If you go into the staff room, we can sort it out.
And you can wait with me. I've got some colouring books somewhere.
You've fallen on your feet, Jerry.
What do you want?
One last job I'm planning.
No way.
And that's it. No more strings.
Until the next time. Sorry, Eddie, I've got too much to lose.
Aye. You're telling me. She's a right little cracker, your better half.
Sorry?
Very exotic. Now, it's not a look I favour, but each to their own.
Let me see that.
Shame to bring her into this, Jerry. What with the nurse shortage and all. Terrible waste to lose another one.
That's a lovely jacket. It's not real fur, is it?
Oh, no, it's fake.
Can't tell the difference.
Oh, they can make anything nowadays. My boss gave it to me for my birthday.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, my friends organised a party down at the pub where I work.
Is your daughter there?
Yeah. She was wearing a brand new outfit. One of my friends must have taken her shopping.
Did she get you a present? I'm a counsellor outside of here. If you want to talk, I'll listen.
She did have something, yeah.
That hand's a bit sore, isn't it? You could try the other one. It's your chance to become ambidextrous. Do you know what that means? Well, give me a good hand and I'll show you. You're holding something. Can you show me what it is?
She bought it herself. Wrapped it up and hid it so I wasn't prepared. I had to open it in front of everybody. I'm all crowded round. You don't know what it's like. The look on her face. All these hands pushing her forward so that I could hug her.
That's very pretty. Can I have a look inside? Oh, look. There's you and your mum. What a lovely thing to have. I expect she gave it to you, didn't she?
But I didn't hug her. Just sat there like a stone. So she reaches out to put the necklace round my neck. She's so close, it's making my skin crawl. And I feel as if I can't breathe. So I get up and say that the CD needs changing or something. And I keep out of her way for the rest of the night. Don't even look at her in case she comes near me. And the next day, I left her a note. Thank you for the present. It's just what I wanted.
What did you do with the locket?
Threw it away. I wrapped it in some tissues and stuffed it in the bin in my bedroom. Amy never mentioned it after that.
And how's she been since then?
That was it. That was the last time she spoke.
Are you sure?
Yeah. She's realised, you see, that it's not her imagination. I don't love her. And she deserves better than that.
No, you don't know that that's the reason she's not talking.
Yes, I do. She's done loads of things to get me to like her. Silence is about the only thing she hasn't tried. Amy needs a proper mother. Somebody who will look after her properly.
You could be that person.
No, I can't. The best thing I can do is set her free.
Set her free.
I want to put her up for adoption.
What?
Yeah, give her to a family who'll love her.
Well, it's not as simple as that.
Well, it has to be. There are loads of childless couples out there.
No, there are assessments and procedures. It's not as if Amy's been abandoned.
Kate, I'm sorry. The computer's frozen again.
Right. Look, I'll be back in a few seconds, okay?
How are you doing?
She wants her taken into care.
A support scheme?
Adoption.
What?
How soon can we get proper family therapy?
Well, it usually takes a couple of weeks.
That's not good enough.
Kate,
Yes?
is the staff room free now?
No.
Well, your patient's gone.
Oh, no.
Amy,